Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your monthly Water Tribe report. This is the piece of dealer. Um, yeah. Let's get this show on the road. This, of course, is shout out to those of you just joining us and in the live chat. Boom. This is, of course, um, for the water tribe, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So shout out to the water gang. Well, water gang ish is in effect. So I'm gonna go down this real quick. I'm gonna follow this up with the Mercury transit talk. So I have that scheduled for 7, but basically as soon as I'm done with this, I'm just gonna go right over and do that. Okay. Um, and is there anything else I want to say before that? No, pretty much. I think that's it. Cool. So basically, um, we're gonna look into the Cancer season transits for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, and Rising. That does include the progressed suns and the progressed risings as well. So please stay tuned, or you are welcome to join us. And yeah, I'm not really used to I'm usually used to just like speaking nonchalantly for 30 minutes. So let's actually just go into this. So that's what I was gonna say. Happy birthday, Cancer. In honor of your birthday, this Water Tribe report is available publicly. So to access the other monthly tribe reports, that is available for Infinity Club members. Okay. And regardless of your membership, you will be able to access this replay. And the transit talk I'm going to do right after this, those are always public. Okay. Happy birthday, Celestial Earth Goddess. All right. Congratulations. And speaking of Cancer, let's start with Cancer. Thank you, Alba. Personally, it's very interesting to see your development. Cancer risings, Cancer suns, Pluto that is back in your 7th house right now, I think has shifted you a little bit relative to it before leaving Capricorn. And I mean, I think you know more than anyone, the pressure has definitely been on you. Okay. And I feel like if you don't have Cancer energy in your chart, or if you're not a Cancer, it's really, it's like you had to be there moment. Like from the outside looking in, it's easy to see Cancer as just the passive aggressive, emotional, and irrational individual. But you can't forget that Cancer is psychic. Cancer is psychic power, and most Cancer suns in general are psychic. I think people can confuse that for being emotional, where most are really just empathic. So because they can feel what you feel, and because they are moody, this could be mistaken for them being emotional. And not all of them are emotional. Not all of them have like emotional moon signs. Some Cancers really don't give a fuck, but they're still going to be moody. So you might take that for weakness. And I think when it comes to defining your character, Cancer, you have Aries in the 10th house. So you have this very raw individual legacy. You're usually the first to achieve certain things. And even though Aries is the first to do certain things, Cancer is usually the first to achieve very certain things. As a specialist, you are the specialist. You are special. Specialists, if you think of the quality of Cancer before you get to mastery of Virgo, which is the Hermit, um, you can be a general physician, but then there's going to be that one physician that specializes exclusively on like neurosurgery. And that's the whole concept of Cancer. It is defining your individuality with a specialist quality that speaks to you being really, 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 really good at least one thing. And this is where Aries is the original agent. And before you get to Capricorn, which is the elite agent, and Libra, which is the classic agent, well, Cancer is the special agent. Special agents are invaluable because one thing about special agents is they can fulfill a function that no one else really can do. This is why they're special. So it's almost as if in any other context, if you put a special agent to do something, they may not be useful until that one thing that they're useful at comes through, and they're the most important. So Cancer really helps you embrace that fact. If you think Aries is your identity, right? Cancer is the fourth house of Aries, which is its home, where it's from. So Cancer is that part of you that makes you special, right? There's that saying that certain people will say where it's like no one's special, but that's a lie. Everyone's special. But see, when someone says no one's special, that there's truth to that. This is really more of a semantic argument. So simultaneously, no one is so special that they deserve special treatment more than the other. There's truth to that, right? But everyone has something about themselves that makes them special. Special as in unique. No one else is really you. So you have something that is special about you. And this is where personally, you know, Cancer in your chart, whether it's developed or underdeveloped, really speaks to the depth of juice and substance to really develop one's personality. So people who don't have Cancer in their chart, they're usually superficial. They usually don't go deep within themselves, versus people who do have Cancer in their chart do. And if you got too much, maybe you can dive too far off the deep end to where you start to be irrational and in your feelings. So the opposite of Cancer is Capricorn, which is expressly detached and non-feeling, unemotional, or non-emotional. Okay, versus Cancer, which is going to be emotional. But, not every Cancer is created equally. Every Cancer sun rising has different placements. So welcome to your season, because this representation, where Cancer is the definition of sincerity, if you think that the completion of Cancer is Capricorn, right? So Aries, which is your own individual action, is opposed by Libra, which is cooperative action. That's the opposite. One is social, one is individual. The action, you don't have to, and this is the thing, this is law. This isn't necessarily a belief. Whether you believe in astrology or not, these things are still going to be true, which is why it's literally stupid to not practice this, because you already are. So like whenever you do anything individually, you are activating Aries. Whenever you cooperate at all with anything, you're activating Libra, whether you believe in astrology or not. It's not something to believe in. So when we take into account Cancer, Cancer is the individual definition of your character through the function of feeling. And the opposite of Cancer is Capricorn, which is integrity. Well, in order to express this collective sense of respect, if you think the reason why most people do what they do is to achieve a goal to where they are respected by everyone around them, that's Capricorn. The straight shot to that is Cancer, sincerity. Sincerity is living true to what you feel, or more importantly, when you express your feelings, being sincere about how you feel. You actually feel that. And the completion of sincerity is the integrity of you walking your talk. This is that opposition aspect that keeps both in check. You need sincerity to keep that collective force in check, and that collective force keeps your individual feelings in check. So if we look at Cancer as the cardinal powerful aspect of this force, when we talk about the force now, the force of your mind, that's actually Cancer. This is why now people who have very powerful Cancer placements in their chart have psychic power. And see, now I've just evidenced and shown you the science of psychic power. You might ask, what's the proof of that? That's the proof. So you can probably do tests and case studies off of that. But basically, given that property of Cancer as a power, it represents, as a water sign, holy water, holiness. This is why now Cancer is a sign of the priest, the high priestess. When God had the temple in the Old Testament, the king couldn't enter the Holy of Holies. Only the high priest could enter the Holy of Holies. And when the high priest entered the Holy of Holies, he had to put a rope over his waist in case he died, because he might have had maybe a little bit of unholiness in him. And if he died, they had to pull his body with the rope. You couldn't enter the Holy of Holies unless you were ordained. This is the holiness that leads into becoming the virgin in Virgo, spotless, without a blemish, perfect. So Cancer is that perpetual reminder that, and this is why the divine Pisces favorite child is Cancer, the holy ones, individual. So holiness cleanses your aura so that you can be closest to God, because God hates sin. Our righteousness to God is like a filthy rag. So you have a lot of people who are inundated with so much pride, who feel like, oh, they do good things, but like you're disgusting. Your aura is nasty to God. This is the concept of living holy. Holiness in the sense of how you engage humbly with sincerity is what enables you to stand in the presence of God. Boom. Holiness now purifies itself, leading into Scorpio, and Scorpio becomes divine in Pisces. Let's take this even deeper. These are literally just three states of another. So you have the cardinal water, which is the flowing waters of the river and ocean. And when that water freezes due to that intensity and pressure, it turns into ice, fixed water. That's Scorpio. And then when that ice evaporates, it turns into gas, mutable water, Pisces. And so that teaches us that Pisces is a vibration of divinity and divine metaphysical experiences, which gives way to the holy waters that the gas now condenses to turn into liquid, which can now purify even deeper to get to that depth of psychology, where you have psychic power with Cancer, psychic energy with Scorpio, and psychic magic with Pisces. Please understand that the water axis has been the most taboo, hidden, misunderstood, and gaslighted axis in all of the zodiac. Modern science to this day has made a fool of itself by openly unacknowledging the metaphysical quality of psychic ability and psychic arts. But there is a notion of a select few who keep this wisdom to themselves because they express this wisdom through science fiction and fantasy to keep this hidden. This is why water signs are the most mysterious, because Cancers, Scorpios, and Pisces perpetually walk around basically living invalidated their whole lives because they're told that their natural gifts are mental illnesses. Well, let's talk about the science of psychic phenomena. We know that the fourth house to water signs are air, and the fourth house is the home space where one can feel comfortable. Well, we know that air signs, logic, have their base in earth signs because you have to ground air, logic, with the physical. That's what enables what's true to be evidenced in reality. Well, if you look at the yin element, air and water, water has to be grounded by air. Because if you don't have a logical basis for the emotional waters, you delve into irrationality, and those waters become toxic. What keeps the waters in Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces pure, because once it's toxic, it becomes evil. What keeps it pure is aligning with truth. Cancer's fourth house is Libra, the balance of fairness so that your individual feelings don't clash with other people's individual feelings. Otherwise, I'll just emotionally manipulate other people to get my way, but that's not integrity, Capricorn. Pisces, fourth house is Gemini. I can believe anything I want and imagine, but if my imagination is not aligned with Gemini truth, I won't see into the meaning. My vision in Sagittarius will be cloudy, foggy. And then, of course, Scorpio, fourth house is Aquarius. So I can have wisdom, but if it's not grounded in Aquarius knowledge, then it's really just more manipulative BS. All right. So that's where all these elements really intertwine and where you start to see the science of how these are mainly just archetypes that really expertly, I think more than anything, play out the truth of how reality functions through these elements. And if you understand water, your understanding of psychic phenomena is just a feeling away, because the cardinal function of Cancer feeling is the fuel that gives rise to your own chakra and to your own psychic power. This is where everyone has Cancer in their chart. So everyone has psychic potential, but not everyone is Usain Bolt. Not everyone is LeBron James. Not everyone is a master of psychic power. Just like LeBron's the GOAT of basketball, and Usain Bolt is a record holder in running. All right. So the quality with which you can feel who you are is the sincere expression of your raw identity before it is classically polished socially in Libra. And then you now gain reputation and success in Capricorn, such as the cardinal axis. And when we talk about Cancer, especially Cancer rising and especially Cancer sun, this self-definition of how you feel about yourself has been heavily under attack, especially in the sense of Pluto that's been opposite your sun having or rising, having you deal with straight up evil ass people. People who didn't have integrity you saw as evil. Pluto made it very clear in an extreme way who actually is an evil piece of shit and who actually has integrity. Because if they don't, chances are you were dealing with straight narcissists and evil people. Cancer risings were straight up attracting these people like honey on bees. Because here's the thing about water that most people don't understand. And water signs and water moons and water risings will vouch for me. Water is the only element that takes in the aspects of its surroundings. So if you're in a dirty place, right? Like fire signs can see the evil in people. Well, water signs can feel it. If you're in a dirty place and you put a cup of water in there, what's going to happen to that water? It's going to take in all those dirty ass, nasty particles. What's going to happen to the water? It's going to become dirty and nasty. You can't drink that. And so this is why water signs need to be in a good environment. When a water sign says, oh, this doesn't feel right, I don't feel good here, these people get gaslighted. They're in an earth dimension that does not necessarily understand their metaphysical nature. And so it's easy to just dismiss that water sign and be like, oh, that's just in your head. that's just in your head. When they're letting you know low key, this is not a good environment. And that's really difficult to speak on because there's little to no place that feels good these days. If you think that almost everywhere is evil, or has evil energy, these psychic sponges are going to, over time, come into psychological maladies because you're putting them in environments that are not pure. And you can test this. Take any water sign dominant person and put them in a very evil place. They're going to start getting moody. They're going to start getting very negative. They're just going to start, and they may not even understand why they start to feel that way. And this is how water signs get blamed for having, when this overloads and then water signs kind of explode, they get blamed. And these are the most misunderstood people. These are the people who with air signs are going to get thrown into mental hospitals because we live in a yang dimension. Fire and earth is yang. This is this physically ruled action dominant center. But when you deal with air and water, that's the yin. The mind is the factor with which to balance one's emotions, which can create form out of nothingness. And this is where, for those of you who have the Cancer rising and the Cancer sun, you have since 2008 been awakening the power of your integrity towards other people who want to manipulate and use you for your juice, for the juice that you are. Because Cancer, Leo is your second house. So you have main character energy. A lot of people don't know Cancer risings have Leo in the second house. Well, what is Leo? Leo is main character energy. It's literally the lead role. So Cancer, which is the makeup artist who is behind the scenes, making sure all the characters look right, okay, has main character energy. They eventually progress into Leo, become the main character, and they go on stage. So this is also a fancy way of saying you have golden value. This is where, as a sincere individual, you have this quality of energy to express yourself courageously and boldly, but it's a value. It's actually the third most wealthy second house in the zodiac, the third strongest second house one can have. So they can command a good amount of money, especially as an individual. But it's social value. Cancers have social value. It's not like Aries that has Taurus. That's the next royalty, the most grounded royalty. So Aries can get it on their own, get out the mud. Cancer has social value. They're able to integrate that socially through other people by performing their value. All right, whether on stage or not. And I love this because if you think about what Carrie does hair, and she literally, like a makeup art, she does makeup for people too. So she's living her archetype, right? And what's really beautiful about this is Pluto, that's been awakening this aspect in your seventh house, has been awakening supernatural power that you hold space for others to step into. But at what cost? Cancer, you may have recognized this came at the cost of other people shitting on you. It's almost as if you clean them and then they move on to better. And some of you, this may have hurt your ego because you're seeing it the wrong way. Some of you have seen this in the sense where God would forget about you and that you're literally cleaning other people and left in the dust, but you're God's favorite child. You're one of the four gods. God, the creator's favorite child is Aries. Nature's favorite child is Taurus. The universe's favorite child is Gemini, and the divine's favorite child is Cancer. You are the favorite of the divine. So like you will never be forgotten. This is just your role. This is what you're here to do. If they don't come to you, who the fuck else are they going to go to? So you've been learning to really accept that you are destined for more than great things. But this was also to prepare you for this 8th house chapter for Pluto that's going to tear up this spiritual warfare in your 8th. Cancer is very, it's not the easiest to be because not only do you feel things that other people may not necessarily feel, This lends Cancer to be one of the most gaslighted zodiac signs of all time, where you effectively, with Pisces in the ninth house, can perceive the unseen. If through what mechanism? Feeling. So this isn't a physical sight. And people don't know that about Cancer at all. And the thing is, Cancer is the sin of omission. Scorpio is mysterious AF. And Pisces just trolls people. So like they'll never tell you that they perceive and feel stuff that you don't even know you feel. If anything, like the crab shell, it's a protective mechanism. And Cancer is one of those signs that thrives off of you thinking that they're weak. So just like Pisces, they'll cry in your face and they'll see, if you want to know who's really sensitive, it's these fire signs. Fire signs are really sensitive. They're going to show you the machismo and the boldness, but trust, these motherfuckers is crying behind closed doors. Like, yeah, that shows. Cancer will cry to your face and get emotional, but in their head, they're already planning on slitting your throat. So, like a water sign that's not pure or holy is one of they're dangerously evil. And fire can be, but in a more rash way. People don't know that. People don't really know that. That's that inner, that's that inner air. Okay. Cancer is very water signs are very psychologically savvy like that. And you may never really know what's beneath that iceberg tip, what's under the ocean, what's beyond this realm. Pisces takes that to a whole nother level. See, I'm snitching now. I'm snitching regardless. But I just gotta let this be known. So, given that Saturn and Neptune is in your ninth house, this is crystallizing this transcendence of your philosophy, upgrading the nature of your imagination post 2022, which evolved everything you can believe in, so that this takes your third eye to a very, very practical utilization. And now that Jupiter has gone through your 10th house in Aries, your career has evolved. Cancer, if you're still walking around talking about what do I do? Where are the opportunities? Stop fucking playing yourself. You basically have done everything you needed to do to take it to the next level. And 2025 is going to be the start of a 2-year campaign where you effectively become an authority figure in the field that you're in. So this next 2 years in preparation of that is you coming into the rewards of all the work you've done to blow up your career. As of this point, you have taken your career to the next level. And by the time we get into October of this year with that eclipse, where the North Node is going to enter your 10th house this season, coming into 4 months where we complete that Jupiter opposition and activation, you're going to be experiencing this evolution of your career, which I do feel, in a certain sense, is going to really take you there. So I figure that with the timing, people kind of get a little bit confused with how I say that, because, and I think it's because of how I say it. So by 2 years from now, once 2025 starts, you're going to become that authority. But before then, you guys have already kind of done the work. So this is you coming into the rewards of it, which this is why this season is going to do a really good solid in redefining how you feel about yourself. Because I want to say, for the past 15 years, society has had you fucked up so much. If you think about what it means to be a water sign, many of you water signs walk around under the false assumption that you only exist in fantasy. There's literally little to nothing in society that acknowledges realistically your essence. So imagine having to fake who you are your whole existence, or else you'll be raped or thrown in jail or thrown in a mental hospital, you know what I mean? Or not taken seriously or ridiculed because of the crafty, careful way. And what is the opposition of water? Earth. So this is literally Earth's way of systematically imprisoning you. I'm not trying to instigate beef or anything, but you can blame the Earth signs for your status. No, I'm totally instigating beef completely. As the air sign is supposed to. So this awareness of who you are is guiding you to feel this power relative to, okay, your awareness of the North Node that's going to shift into your 10th house, as well as the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction in your 11th. So as you're stepping into this new season of your debut, this is post the 2008 Pluto transit and 2012 Neptune transit, where you effectively are going to, for the first time, be aware of all the success you've worked hard to come into. A whole lot of this nature with the 11th house aspect is putting you in communications with this grounded quality of who you belong with, who belongs with you, and the wealth that's associated with this. Unlike Leo, who's going to experience this in a very, very magnificent way through their career, for you, Cancer, this 11th house is rewards. This is very unconventional connections with friends who introduce technology or genius wisdom. And this is important because now that the South Node is coming out, your 5th house of creativity, it's going to unlock in Libra your sense of home. And this is interesting. If you think Cancer has Libra in the 4th house, so Cancer feels comfortable in social spaces where they are balanced enough to express their sincere emotions. And that's going to be what's unlocked in order for you to move into the individual direction towards your success. This could be away from social expectations. Thank you, Angels of Enlightenment. This could be away from social expectations that take you away from this whole notion of course, social expectations from your family, social expectations from what people feel you're meant to do, but then there's what you want to do. And so the lesson is to bridge and, of course, balance both while you move towards what you and you alone want to do. And that's going to look crazy as fuck to some people, but only stupid people will call what's genius crazy. So, Cancer, I think this season is going to revisit this sense of discovery about yourself in a way where you're going to feel how much more powerful you've become. Because eventually, 2024, Jupiter is going to go in your sign and you're going to resume what you started 2013 all over again in evolving how much more psychic you are, how much more as the juice. Your waters are juicy. Pause. Oh, wow. So I wanted to get the outer planets out the way once again, because that Pluto and Aquarius in the 8th house is going to be you having spiritual warfare with literal aliens who are intimidated about their capacity to mind control other humans, because your own psychic ability can see through those frequencies and now awaken other people. Okay. And that's as crazy as it sounds. This is why the gaslighting is very effective, because they can just highlight the absurdity of how these things sound and then compound that against how much of the truth is stranger than fiction to convince other people and collectives against you. Classic trick. But what happens if that doesn't work? Because you have completed cycles that are bringing you in so much success from just standing up for yourself and maintaining who you are. Now that we see Mars and Venus in your second house, the Mercury transit that's going to catch up with all this is going to very quickly help you process through the season this updated nature of how expertly you communicate the facets of how boldly you are valuable. And that trine from Leo to the 10th house will enable you to, coming into Leo season, manifest the value of the new direction you're taking your career. So that full moon is going to really help you release old understandings of relationships that no longer align with you, so that that new moon that's going to T-square the nodes in your 10th house and opposite Pluto in the 7th is going to forever shift the direction of how you hold space and define who you are in the face of life-changing partnerships that rocket ship you into a new direction of success. Because the North Node in your 10th is now effectively aligning destiny for you to achieve the career success you are meant to achieve. You can't really escape this. So you're going to have to take certain actions to facilitate just that. Okay. Next with Scorpio, okay, we know the South Node is going to leave your sign this season, and I can't help but think you're very excited about that. I think there's more of a nonchalance than an excitement, but I also get this good riddance feel, because I think that like the South Node is like a cosmic dumpster where maybe whoever has the South Node has to take people's shit. Can you guys confirm that for me? Because that is probably not what it is at all, but maybe that is what it is. And if I get the general sense that Sagittarius and Sag, that's what you guys felt while it's there, I'll go ahead and conclude that, because South Node is really unlocking the essence of that. So I wouldn't necessarily say it has to be a bad thing. But, given that the focus is going towards the North Node, it really kind of alludes to a lot of what you've had to go through. And I feel like this South Nodal transit, Scorpio, gave you a very important understanding of knowing how much people don't give a fuck about you, but not necessarily in a personal way, just more so in a way where, to the extent that you're useful, I think to the extent of how useful other people think you are, perhaps. See, I don't know. I think I'm kind of putting my own cynical spin on this. I really don't think it's all that bad. But then again, I'm biased because I had the North Node over my shit with the Taurus energy. So regardless, now that the South Node is going to really leave your sign, I consider this a major breather. And now you can just pass all that shit to Libra. You'd be like, all right, bye, Libra. You're passing a hot potato to Libra. And it's like, good riddance. But, it's definitely wrapping up that North Node in the 7th house lesson for you to really manifest and transfer that wisdom onto individual sources that you trust, that you feel are valuable, that you can invest in. And if we look at Chiron has been healing the individual setting of your behavior. Okay. Actually, what this actually looks like, many people may not realize that Scorpio is on the verge of perfecting healing techniques that are going to take the world by storm. It's a very raw healing technique or set of techniques with which, through their ability to transmute and transform, can restore originality to certain people. An example of this technique in how most Scorpios do this is to take their hand and smack the shit out of you with it. And it's something about smacking the shit out of you that just like shocks you back to reality. And then they give you the death stare, like, I will kill you. And that just heals the bitch out of people. It's amazing. Some of them do this with their energy, and it really gives expression to the sauce that is them. I know that sounds funny, but if you've been seeing the way these Scorpios have been smacking the bejesus, earth, wind, and fire out of people just with their aura, it makes me think that they're onto something here and that they're really embracing the raw element of how healing should be. I think Scorpio kind of got out of this whole delusion that, oh, I have to be kind. And then they saw Aries beat the shit out of some people. And then they got inspired. They're like, wow, Aries gets results. And that's when they started to smack the shit out of people, but with healing in their heart. And this is also speaking to how healing is about to be aligned with your lifestyle and destiny, Scorpio. It's really, 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 really iconic here because this is very unconventional. This dealings with other people, the Uranus and Jupiter in the seventh house, you feel me? The way you're dealing with other people is just unusual. It's not normal, like smacking the shit out of people with your aura. And because you're a water sign, most people may not even realize that that's what you did. So if you're chilling with the Scorpio and like the person that's looking at the Scorpio is kind of like caught up or just kind of like phased, they probably got the shit smacked out of them with that Scorpio's aura. And now they got set straight. It's a very unconventional healing ability and technique that you don't normally see. And yeah, I don't even know how to fully put it into words because it's just so unconventional. And the effect of, it's interesting. Virgo has Neptune opposition, but Scorpio, you have the Uranus opposition. I think that's one of the most dangerous oppositions one can have. And I don't think Scorpio is the type of person to just cry to people. I mean, if a Scorpio does that, they're probably testing you. I don't think they're really telling you their issues versus sounding out what they want to hear. But like Scorpio's not really the type of person that trusts people with what they go through because most people are incompetent. So like it's definitely very important because that Uranian opposition Scorpio is having people come at you unexpectedly. Ask Libra. Libra went through this last decade where they were just attracting straight weirdos. So Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun, this Uranus opposition is attracting asses. I'm not going to say assholes, but booties. And this is definitely putting you in a position to really just be on edge because this can bring a genius. This can bring innovative qualities to relationships that you've never experienced before, like dating somebody, having a girlfriend who pulls other girls with and for you. And now you're not necessarily used to the whole dynamic of you and your girlfriend fighting over another girl. It's just very unconventional. It's just something that's just not normal. And now that Jupiter is in the seventh house, this is expanding on this dynamic, making it even weirder. And thankfully, you're not normal yourself. So, it just adds just this very saucy quality to things. And you're going to be experiencing this grounded expansion post Jupiter in your sixth, which has enabled you to do more in your lifestyle than you're used to doing. And I want to really speak to that because um Jupiter that went through your sixth house in Aries evolved the quality of your lifestyle. So you're able to accomplish more in your living than you're normally used to doing. This has evolved your behavior and the healing of how vulnerably you can assert this sense of action in how you live your life. See, if Taurus lives their life socially, you have an individual routine. You like to work alone, which is crazy because you're social selectively. You're the last social sign. You're like the social sign that hates people. So it's very interesting. People think that Scorpio is antisocial, and then people think that Taurus is social, but it's the other way around. Taurus is antisocial, and Scorpio is social. It makes no fucking sense, but it actually does. So, personally, you know, in recognizing this fifth house expansion, like I'd be very excited to hear what a Drake album sounds like this year, because Scorpios with this fifth house energy, y'all are cooking something strange. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I know you're cooking something. And it's starting to really, you know what I'm saying, come into a very, very tangible form. Scorpios have been cooking in the kitchen since 2012. It's just they weren't able to make sense of this without sounding more delusional than they usually sound on a normal basis. And I mean this respectfully, because y'all be sounding stupid delusional on a normal basis. Scorpio is really annoying because they'll say delusional shit, but it'll make sense. And it's like, how dare you say some shit that don't make sense, but make it make sense? It's really weird. It's like they'll just be like, oh yeah, that person's stalking you. And it's like, how? There's no way that even makes sense. But then they'll be right. It's like the audacity for y'all to be so fucking psychic. You ever have a Scorpio do that to you? It's like you just be like, I wonder what happened. And they'll just be like, oh yeah, this happened. Somebody took this. And it's like, that's not even fucking logical. And then they'll be right. And then it's like, what the fuck? None of that shit was logical though. How is this? So, you know, it is what it is. It's called sauce. All right, y'all definitely be cooking, but it just makes my head hurt. Because Pisces takes this to a whole nother level, and then they start to troll people with that, knowing that it don't make sense, but they still know shit. And I don't. I'm even mad that I have to do Pisces after this. If I could just skip Pisces, I would just skip Pisces. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said y'all don't need a reading, Pisces. I don't know why the fuck you're here, but you are a water sign, so I will breeze through your interpretation. But Scorpio, as weird as the people you're attracting into your life is, I'm sure there's a way you can continue to mastermind, manipulate all that, like you always do. How am I hating? How am I hating? This is crazy. Wow. All right. I said that respectfully. So yeah. That fifth house magic that you're cooking is most definitely putting you in a position to transcend your own creativity, relationship with children, but really your talents. And this is where Cancer, y'all really do. I need to be careful because my dreams have been strange as fuck as of late. Um, you know, now that we know that Cancer is transiting your ninth house, this, this is most definitely showing you the philosophical direction you're feeling towards to map out the sincere understanding of what direction you're going to take your career success. Because once we step into Leo season, which Venus and Mars are already heating up, it's definitely going to cook this spicy, dramatic awareness of what you've accomplished this year. That's what I'm saying. How are you acting like I'm hating? Y'all really don't need a reading. Like, why you see how Pisces just play the victim every time? Just like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to give me a reading, first of all, but whatever. I got you. So, you know, this Scorpio is the coldest, by the way, coldest zodiac sign. But I don't know how that makes sense when you're the fire of water, but yeah. This realistically is challenging how you've transformed your attitude since 2008 to just bring a much more cutthroat approach towards your dealings with others. Okay. And this is really, really important because the North Node that is getting ready to move out your seventh, you've anchored the relationships you're moving forward with so that now you can integrate the lifestyle you're meant to live. And this is going to require the unlocking and release of unconscious habits with other people. And Scorpio, let me holler at you. This is why it's so hard to give you this reading, because like everything I'm saying so far is on the surface and like you're beneath the surface. So listen here, my friend. I know you're not gonna like this. And some of you Scorpios are gonna be like, oh, what are you talking about, peace dealer? Okay, if you want to feign ignorance, do that. I don't care. I just need to tell you the truth. You're gonna have to let go of your sneaky links. I'm sorry. Yes, the platonic ones too that you don't have sex with and you just have on this. That you have no romantic interest. Those ones too. You're gonna have to say goodbye to your sneaky links. I know. Look, it's not me. I'm just the messenger. I'm not making you do this. You have to. You have like about 5 sneaky links that gonna hold you back. You're done. It's over. I understand. Some of you been there, done that. All right. I know. I understand. This is the only way you're going to move forward. It's the only way you're going to move forward. That's what I'm saying. Everyone, you know. I know, Scorpio. I know. Scorpio, some of you are the sneaky link. So you just going to have to tell them, no, I'm not available anymore. Because these sneaky links are going to get in the way of, you know what I mean, the life that you meant to live. Some of you Scorpios are like, nah, fuck peace deal. I'm gonna still go keep that one sneaky link. I'm not mad. I understand. No one should have. This is you. You're the master of the sneaky link. I get it. And then honorable mention Pisces, but like, you know what I mean? Like, this is just how it has to be. Hidden relationships, 12th house Libra. It's just, and the thing with Scorpio is they don't even be trying to do sneaky link. The sneaky link just falls on their lap. They'll let go of all their sneaky links. 5 people will try and be their sneaky. It's like they're not even looking for the sneaky link. The sneaky link finds them. Scorpio, I understand. This is just what it is. This is just what it is. Stop letting Sagittariuses make you their sneaky link. Sagittarius is always finding a Scorpio to be there, and it's Sag. I get it. It's Sag. I get it. It's Sagittarius. Walk around with their titties or their dick out. I understand. Stop letting these people make you they sneaky link. They just grab it, get it, loser. Boom. Don't stop letting these motherfuckers do that. Stop enabling these wildfire motherfuckers. Stop. Stop. You're not sorry. Libra always trying to show up out of nowhere like, do you want to be, can I be your sneaky link? Stop letting Libra use you for a sneaky link. You know they're using you, but you like, it's Libra. Okay. Scorpio, I'm sorry, but that's just the best advice that I could give you. That's just the best advice that I could give you. That's really your key. Because as soon as Cancer season hits, you know what I'm saying? The North Node goes into Aries. 50 Libras is going to show up like, hey, can I be your sneaky link? And you're going to be like, damn, the peace deal was talking about this. Go find you an Aries. Go find you what Aries, because Aries will even if Aries wants to be the sneaky link at first, they're gonna change their mind. Go find you what Aries, platonic or romantic, and let them challenge you to really construct this authentic lifestyle. Okay, it is what it is. It definitely. If you already doing it, just keep up the great work. Okay. So just be mindful of that. Oh no, Geminis, we gonna haunt Pisces. That's what we do. That's and vice versa. Okay. So with that being said, oh no, that Aries Scorpio beef is real. So it's amazing that the North Node, when Aries is the North Node now, this is going to be messy for you, but in a good way. I hope. So, you know, Mars and Venus in your 10th house is coloring that career. You're polishing what you want this career to look like. Okay, you're polishing the courage you stand on stage to really put yourself in there. And I feel like this Cancer season is definitely going to challenge what direction you take your routine so that you can move in the right direction of your career. Whew. All right. And finally, if we look at Pisces, okay. It's like every day I wake up, do you know what I've learned about Pisces yesterday? I learned that Stephen Curry turned down a Nike deal because this agent said his name wrong. And then he single-handedly doubled a brand's wealth. He took Under Armour from like 21 billion to like 42 billion or some shit. You know, Pisces shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, why the fuck are y'all even here? Why are y'all, what are y'all even doing here? You know you fucking the game up, right? Who asked you to just break all these records and just be out here fucking winning and shit? What is this? Now Rihanna hasn't dropped an album in like years and she's still headlining the Super Bowl and making billions off of Fenty. Like, no, don't ask me what I'm doing. What the fuck are y'all doing here? Look at me having to give you this reading like y'all not the most magical motherfuckers alive in existence, just breathing and making miracles. I don't like what's really good. What do I need to tell you that you don't already not know but still know? I'm not gonna say I'm jealous, but like, come on. Actually, that's a really good question. Why are you here? Pluto going through Aquarius is the perpetual existential understanding of why are you here. So Pisces are now starting to contemplate their existence again, but not in the way that Saturn had you contemplate your existence. Now that Saturn is in your sign, you're starting to realize, oh shit, the world is ending and I'm the one that's ending it. Oops, I said too much. Yeah, I don't think you guys know once Pluto goes into Pisces. Yo, bro! Bro! Like Tyler the Creator exists, my dude. He has 3 seasons of Loiter Squad and he has a whole camp now. How? Why? These motherfuckers really be acting cool. And it's just like, really? It's me. Pisces is Gemini. You don't have to do that to us too. Why it's just like, wow. That shit is like, wow. I just see it's cool when Gemini plays dumb because we do it within reason. You motherfuckers don't give a fuck. I just never mind. You did. You did. You really did. You know what? Can I show you a Pisces sun with an aqua moon actually made a video recently, which he did an excellent job of explaining what Pisces is, to be honest. Let me actually just find it real quick. Just listen to this. This was actually a masterpiece. Let me see if I can find it, though. I don't know if I can find it. I was so mad because it was so conscious of the fuckery that y'all are and personify. I'm going to find this. You need to listen to this. I was like, see, you motherfuckers know, and you just play it off like a joke. It's so evil. You just play it off like it's a joke. I don't understand. Hold on. I'm going to find this video. He had the nerve to use the Watcher, too. Iatu the Watcher. Let's see. I'm going to find this. I will pause your reading just so I can find this. This is it. This is it. The audacity. The audacity. Look. Look. His name is Ace Vane. Look. This man just gave us a masterclass on Pisces. Look at this. Look at this. She only coming when she has free of mind. This channel's gonna change my life.
I am Uatu, also known as the Watcher. For countless eons, I have observed the ever-expanding tapestry of realities. As one bound by the sacred oath of non-interference, I have always adhered to the principles of observation and impartiality. However, today marks an exception, an extraordinary circumstance where I have felt compelled to break those sacred rules and deliver a message directly to you. Each universe possesses its own distinct set of heroes, villains, and peculiar quirks. But among these realms, there exists one particular corner of existence that could be considered the epitome of cosmic absurdity.
He's talking about you, Pisces!
The Vaneverse. This particular corner of the universe, if it can even be called that, is a relentless assault on the very notion of coherence and rationality. The laws of nature are twisted into an incomprehensible pretzel of absurdity. Logic and reason are thrown out the window, replaced with a cacophony of nonsensical events and mind-boggling plot twists. The inhabitants of this realm seem to revel in their own stupidity, blissfully unaware of the sheer lunacy that permeates their existence. Even I have become stupider, as an observer of the vain verse. An entity with a head of colossal proportions, I mean for real, look at my fucking head. Shit looks like it can hold 3,000 brains in a minivan. This shit is big as fuck, bruh. I don't even have a forehead. I have a beforehead. You see my head before you see me. It should be impossible for me to become stupid. Witness my own intellectual regression as a cautionary tale of the dangers inherent in consuming content from this universe. Turn this shit off now.
I'm trying to take matters into my own hands. Or claws.
Do you see what y'all do? Do you see the cognitive awareness for him to just troll his audience to be like, this is what we do, but I'm just going to make you laugh about it because you're not really going to see what we do anyway? You guys are evil. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, you guys are like beyond evil. I just have to, it is what it is. It is what it is. But we just gonna laugh about it. We're just gonna laugh it in, and nothing's gonna be done about this. Nothing's gonna be done about this. That's all. It is what it is. Anyway, Pisces, sun and rising. You got the Reaper in your sign. You got mischievous ass Poseidon, Neptune in your sign. You're definitely not up to no good. We're just going to trust that you're using all of this God power for good, of course. I've been investigating and studying y'all for a decade now, and I've come into so much knowledge, and I know even less than when I started. This is why I can't stand y'all. But my bad. Let me not let my bias get in the way, since y'all are just going to deny that you know anything. Anyway, yeah. So you have Saturn and Neptune in your sign, and that's cool, I guess. You're just preparing for the end of the world and just facilitating that, just showing people ridiculously mind-blowing synchronicities. This lady that you see here had the nerve, had the audacity to just comment a synchronicity, to just be the 333rd like, and then comment 333. And then I'm looking at it and seeing a Sagittarius's handle saying 333. She warping my reality and shit. And then she trolled me. This girl had me questioning my own existence, y'all. Had me like, you're not even really Michael. I'm like, bitch, what do you mean I'm not Michael? I was like, what are you talking? I had to take a picture of myself real quick, talking about you're in a quantum computer. And I'm like, hold on, why is she right though? What the fuck? You all need to stop. I shouldn't be questioning my own existence in a motherfucking afternoon just because I'm talking to you. Seeing these synchronicities like, wait, is this real? Do you even care? Do you even care what you do to us? This is ridiculous. Why is every single one of you do this? Literally, this Pisces Texas Kaizoku came to visit me in Vegas. Within 5 minutes, dude started talking about the greater Key of Solomon. Had to walk away from this dude. Seriously, had to walk away from dude. Like, bro, you trying to get me in trouble with spirits? Y'all always get me in trouble with the magic police. It's just not even fair. It's not even fair. Dude started talking about this witch that he knew. And then I had to stop this dude and be like, are you talking about a Capricorn? And he said, yes. I almost had to leave in that moment. And y'all don't even care. Y'all don't even care. Y'all just drag people into this maelstrom of magic. It's just like, seriously, it's so offensive. Pisces does what Scorpio does to a whole nother. Like, these people will just outright not. At least Scorpio will at least still try and integrate sense into it. Like, yeah, I picked it up. Pisces will go out of their way to not make sense and still be right. I just can't fuck with y'all. It's just now you're just fucking with the laws of nature and shit. And I know it sounds like I'm ranting, but this is actually your Cancer season synopsis, because like Pluto just came out your 12th, you know what I mean? It's back in your 11th. As soon as Pluto went into Aquarius, you started to contemplate your existence. Like, damn, I really am not here for real. but I've convinced people I'm here, right? And now you're looking Pluto back in your 11th house. You're looking at all your friends like, did you know the whole time? And then you put your hand over, okay, no, they don't know. So you know you're still just like navigating how fish-tarded you want to be, but you do realize, oh my God, you really thought I was a fake profile. That's crazy. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. You really did think I was somebody else. That's crazy. But like, you know, it's just this is most definitely awakening a different relationship between how perfectly you connect with the people you're meant to connect with. Actually, Pisces, you're about to make a butt ton of money, a fuck ton of money, actually, because this is the opposite of Virgo. So Virgo is investing in individuals. They're investing their social value. You're having people, whether through GoFundMe's or fundraisers, invest in your raw value, because Jupiter evolved the quality of how much more powerfully you raise your prices. And that's the cool thing about Pisces, because y'all have raw value. So you're a collective entity, Absol. Why can't I just, I mean, I'm not gonna ask you to be normal because I feel like that's offensive, but like, you feel me? Like, there's no reason. I know I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm snitching. I'm snitching. First of all, when I put Absol on, I was already looking like I know some weird shit's gonna happen. That's how strange y'all are. I expect it now. That's how much you have traumatized me. I expect some bullshit to happen. There's no reason. There's no reason why I should be listening to Absol, Pisces Sun, and like this car. First of all, I'm walking on the sidewalk. Have you ever walked on the sidewalk and then a car backs up to you on the sidewalk? On the sidewalk! On the sidewalk. Has that ever happened to you? Has that ever happened to you? So I had to stop because this car wants to pick up someone driving on the sidewalk, and I'm listening to Absol, and I look at the license plate, and it says Ab-Soul, and I'm just like, bitch, what the? Is this funny to you? Do you just trying to get my attention? Like, what is that? There's no reason why I should be questioning if I even exist. Like, I had to pinch myself like 11 times. Like, bitch, am I dreaming right now? Like, and because I had already braced myself and expected some bullshit like that to happen, I was just like, okay, that's that Pisces shit. None of that shit makes sense. And now my brain had to process it like, no, that's normal. That's totally normal. Cars just back up on the sidewalk and the artist I'm listening to is on the license. It's just like, why do you even fucking exist? Why? At first, I was amazed. I was like, yes, magic. Oh, this is so awesome. You know, when you're like a little kid and you're just like, wow, magic. Then I was like, okay, this keeps happening. Oh, wow. And then I started to get terrified. Like, this isn't stopping. What the fuck is happening? And now I just don't look at y'all the same. I can't even trust y'all. I'm like, who the fuck sent this Pisces? As soon as I know you're a Pisces, like if you're a Pisces moon, if you're a Pisces rising, I'll just give you the Virgo side eye. I'll just be like, okay, that's strange. But if you're a Pisces sun, I'm looking at you weird. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Like, what are you doing? I'm just letting you know, if you a Pisces and I start looking at you strange, you can't blame me. You can't blame me. It is what it is. Chaos magic, living magic, Sagittarius. And then you have beyond divine magic, Pisces, which is a deeper form of chaos magic. This is living magic that's alive and just does what it wills. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. Ah, God. I have my Saturn return. I would probably marry a Pisces. I'm talking all this shit on Pisces. I might marry a Pisces woman. But like still. And when I say I might marry one, Probably not because of anything I did. She probably would have done a spell or 5, and all of a sudden we have babies now. I'm like, what the fuck? How did you do this? Anyway, it is what it is. So that collective embodiment, I'm an entity, never mind my identity. I had to go through a whole rant because y'all exist. So, like, you manifest Aries, that's individual value. You start off an ascended master, and then you progress into Aries, you become your ascended master identity. And raw value is important because this individual sense of value is fully defined by the value of who you are. There we go. I like to hear that. I'm marrying a Leo. Let's get it. Leo Nation has claimed me. Let's get it. I'm sorry. So, like, you feel me? What up, Sag? So, like, personally, Jupiter going through here has evolved how much assertively you heal your value. Because Chiron in your second, you've been exposing your own self, Pisces. Pisces has been talking to themselves like, stop being a bitch and accept your value. Because Chiron going through your second house is exposing vulnerabilities of facets of you that don't feel worth it enough. Like Tyler, the Creator, being in a room full of celebrities. Actually, it was a beautiful story because the 11th house of belonging is Capricorn, and Tyler, the Creator, was in a room feeling like he didn't belong. And then the Capricorn, Denzel, tapped him on the shoulder like, you belong here. That's science. I'm sure he doesn't even know astrology, but he just said astrology with that story. So, like, that happened during a time where Chiron is revealing delusions around feeling not valuable enough, especially with the Pluto square, which could be envy from friends who see your legend more than you see it. Neptune has been veiling you personally. Okay, we're gonna have to nip this in the bud right now. I never want to hear ever in life again somebody say that Denzel Washington is a sad. That man is a Capricorn. That man is such a Capricorn. He even has destiny on his. I didn't even need to see the chart. Like, let's just nip that in the bud. He's such a Capricorn. He's such a goat. He's like the goat of destiny. Okay, this is easily one of the greatest to ever do it. And he's elite. So he's like the celestial goat. Okay, so I just had to just nip that right there. So with that being said, you feel me? This definitely has put you post Jupiter, which evolved your prices. Saturn will eventually go here and give you authority to command your worth. But the North node that's going to shift into your second house is going to manifest destiny. You are manifesting destiny. The thing is, Pisces isn't an individual, though. Pisces has individual value, but Aries is an individual. So Pisces become individual. The difficult thing about being Pisces is you're an entity. So you literally have to let go of your individuality. You manifest it, but like the cost of being the top of the penthouse means that you become the embodiment of everything, which rids your ego before you start the cycle again in Aries. Wah, you're a baby, boom. So, and that's what I love about Pisces and Aries. Aries is the baby. Pisces represents being so old, you become a baby again, right? Kind of like a baby, but you still have all that wisdom. And what's really, really very iconic about this is in understanding the value of your own individuality. This is allowing, I feel like Pisces, you played this martyr game where it's like, am I allowed to charge for my services? Am I allowed to charge for what I have? You tried to do that martyr shit and look at where it got you. We're not in the age of Pisces anymore. Like, if you like that, in the age of Pisces, you can do that martyr shit and it would probably work out. This is the age of Aqua. We're not doing that no more. So, like, Raise your fucking prices. The value of your presence alone. It's very hard for people to understand why Pisces can enter the room and just change the situation. So they can't put into words why their very presence is valuable enough to charge whatever. Like a Pisces could charge you to just breathe in their presence, but you would tell them to get the fuck out of here. But like, they're one of the few people who can quantify that. It's just so metaphysical. It's not like Virgo that can give you receipts. They're opposite, the physical that can give you receipts and be like, see, this is how. Pisces can only just show you why. And that is an experience that is beyond your physical senses, hence metaphysical. So this is easily the most misunderstood zodiac sign alive. And I used to have so much sympathy because Pisces is the expert of evoking pity from others. And then I realized y'all are extra fucking magical and like y'all don't deserve any sympathy because you can literally just snap your fingers and make anything happen. And then I felt stupid for feeling bad for you motherfuckers the whole time when you're literal genies. You're a literal genie. Like Shaq's first movie was literally being a genie. You can make people's wishes come true. I'm just like, really? That was just such a mind fuck to learn that God gave everyone different gifts. And God finally went to Pisces and was like, all right, my child, you are the only one who will, unlike Sagittarius, you will see me. And, you know, your lesson is to go adventure across the world to bridge perspectives, right? And then went to Pisces and was like, you're the only one that will understand me, but no one will understand you. And Pisces is like, what the fuck? Why? Pisces, God went to Gemini. So Gemini are like Pisces translators. We translate to earthlings the fairiness of Pisces, right? So God went to Gemini and was like, here, you get to speak the truth. We were like, what? And then God went to Virgo and was like, you're going to break down the reality. And then Virgo was like, how? I'm sorry, it's such a bad joke. That's probably the worst joke ever. All right, I say a lot of bad jokes. I'm gonna make a special video to do every sign because there is a special lesson for every sign like that. Aquarius is the mind of God. I like to think Gemini is the word of God, and then Libra is the voice, the expression of that word. But yeah, knowing that this is activating and aligning destiny with your manifestation power. I'm gonna be honest, Chiron is going to activate healing manifestation fire. You'll be smacking people, but they're not even, the difference between you and Scorpio is people wouldn't even know you smacked the shit out of them. They're not even going to feel it. They're probably just going to thank you. And this is where Saturn, see, what people don't understand about Pisces is Saturn is in their sign. So Saturn and Neptune in their sign is, well, you are easily the most magical people in this bitch. So are you going to use your powers for good? Now, when I say your power, we know that you have fire. You have fire power. You have Aries. Aries is a power, so it's your power. Sagittarius has the greatest power, Capricorn. Gemini, we got the juice. We got Cancer, we got holy power. And then Virgo has classic power, balanced power. So like social power. So your individual power, you're going to use it for good. Like this is the integrity test because Pisces, you can allow the misunderstood nature of what happened to you to get revenge on the collective. Or you can just continue to be unconditionally loving to the collective and use it in service. I just don't believe that most Pisces are going to do that. I'm going to be honest. I feel like a revenge tour is coming. And I feel like once Pluto comes into Pisces, it's over for us. So I've been trying to get on y'all good side, but I realize it really just doesn't matter because you're just going to troll ridiculous. So like if Aquarius is the trickster, Pisces is the troll. And I really do mean this. Like, really pay attention to Pisces. Like, even when they're serious, they're still trolling. Because like their existence is basically a troll. Like, these are magical beings that are engaging in a regular world as if it's real. You didn't have to teach Pisces quantum mechanics. They're like, oh, these motherfuckers are finally catching up to us. Ha, that's funny. They never will. So it's just really interesting. And I know this sounds like a joke, but it's not. Anyway, Cancer in your 5th house is going to stimulate your wet waters. And this is going to arouse many of you. But because destiny is activating the manifestation of your value, this is going to really step you into a powerful element of how much more of that value you express creatively. You are unlocking and tapping into a new cycle of your creativity as Mars and Venus is Disney channeling your lifestyle. The Pisces Leo axis to me is Disney. I don't care what anyone has to say. And this is you really integrating how creatively you live your life at this heartfelt space. So Mars and Venus is that passionate, assertive polishing with the Venus retrograde that's going to literally pimp your lifestyle with the goddess of beauty. And personally, this puts you in a very powerful position to prepare for Leo season, which is going to make you more aware of the drama you create in other people's lives. I mean, the creativity that you integrate in your own lifestyle. Yeah. And the opposition with Pluto in your 11th is going to expose who are fake friends, who are opportunistic douchebags, and who are actually really friends. See, this is that Pisces shit. Is any time ever really random? He's not lying. But still, it's still Pisces shit. You see how they can maneuver with this vagueness? It's like he's telling you the truth. But like, what did this nigga even say? What did he even say though? But he's not lying at the same time. And it's like, first of all, I feel like Gemini, we wish we were Pisces. That's why there's a hint of jealousy here, because it's like, man, we try and do the shit you do, and people hate us for it. But how come they don't hate you? People hate Gemini. What the fuck do you think Pisces is? But y'all get away with this move every time. And it's like, wow. 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 It's like, I can't. I fucking can't, man. Anyway, that new moon opposition is going to break you through this new cycle of creativity, which is just going to bring so much more understanding to how valuable you are. But I don't want to sugarcoat this. This is money. And if you were born in the 80s and you have South Node going over your Pluto and your Jupiter or Saturn or any other planets in Libra, this is going to really help you unlock the social potential you have towards who socially can invest in your individual value. So you really want, this is a season you really want. No fucking wonder. That's some Pisces ass shit. Oh my God, I can't even believe it. Wow. Yo, Abraham Hicks is literally a woman channeling a man, giving you this crazy wisdom. That is the most Pisces shit ever. And when I listen to Abraham Hicks, it's just so strange. I'll be wanting to prove it wrong. I'll be like, all right, let me listen to this bitch. Damn, why is this on point? Why is this so fucking on point? Why is Esther on point right now? This don't even make sense. What do you mean your name is Esther, but you channeling your husband Abraham? But why are you on point? What is this? What is this? It just drives the Gemini crazy because we actually like logic, but then you make us realize, was it even logical in the first place? I'm done. I've never heard Abraham miss once, and that just irks me. That just fucking irks me. But it is what it is. What is going on? Oh my God. So yeah, thank you for letting me know. So oh, okay, I just assumed Abraham was her husband. So Jerry is her husband. I don't know. I don't even see how we just don't know. That's just the Pisces thing. Like, I guess it doesn't matter. Pisces just reminds you it don't even matter. And I'm there for that. It's cool. It isn't it. But yeah, Pisces. Just what you expect from a water tribe video. Like y'all are so taboo. I'm gonna get in trouble with the magic police now. After you see what you guys see is me channeling this, as soon as I end this, magic police gonna be like, sir, you channeled too much. And it's like, that's not my fault. That's not my fault. And the thing is, y'all never bail me out, Pisces. If you bailed me out every time, Sag is Sag, and even Sag will bail me out when it benefits them. But like, y'all never bail me out. Y'all just leave me to deal with the magic police. I can't snitch on y'all. Snitching on y'all is like snitching on that frog. Look, the frog is dancing. And then when everyone looks, the frog turns into a frog again. It's like, no, bitch, you are just dancing right now. And then when no one else is looking, you look at you being a Pisces dancing again. Why? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Oh. Oh man. It's just like, damn. I can't, man. It's motherfuckers will literally do you like that. Y'all really do belong with Virgo. No wonder you're Virgo's partner. It really are, because every time I start to understand the meaning of life, and then I realize, wait, Sag and Pisces, I just have to stop, because I'm like, wait, you gonna tell me this don't even matter? So I've just been racking my brain for nothing. Wow. All right, it is what it is. It is what it is. So that's all I got for the water tribe. I wonder. That's a good question. That's all I got for the water tribe. I'm going to resume tomorrow with fire. And fun fact, we hate Virgos. I love it because Virgos hate y'all too. That's what I love about that opposition. Like Virgo really hates Pisces and Pisces really hates Virgo. It's such a fucking amazing opposition because y'all work together so well. Y'all work together so well. So to know that y'all hate each other is just so beautiful. Gemini and Sagittarius, we don't have the attention span to hate each other that long. So we don't like each other, but we do. It's like by the time we can beef with each other, we're already over it. And then we beef again, and then we're over it. But Pisces and Virgo, that shit is real. That shit is one of the realest. Oh my God, it's amazing. Oh my God, it's amazing. I love it. I love it. Oh yes. Oh yes. So, as much as I want to continue to talk shit on the zodiac signs, join me tomorrow where I will talk shit on fire signs as usual. Y'all stay blessed as always. And I'm going to go prepare for the Mercury transit talk. Pisces, I talk a lot of shit on y'all, but I do love y'all. Y'all are the besties. I say that. Y'all do piss me off a little bit. Because, like, there is such a thing as too magical. This is the last thing I'm going to say. In order to understand the mutable signs, it's literally like a drug. So, like, when you take an ecstasy pill, or if you were to take a ibuprofen, when you take a pill, right, there is the release of that pill. So there's that time from where you take the pill to where it releases, and then the ecstasy starts to hit. You know that feeling. If you ever took any substance, if you ever took mushrooms, if you ever took ecstasy, if you ever took like a medicine, there's that point where the medicine starts to hit. You have that initial change of your mind. That's Gemini. Okay. That's why Gemini is underrated. because you get distracted by the peak. Everyone does drugs for Sagittarius. I'm gonna just be honest. Everyone does drugs for Virgo and Sag because you want to reach the peak, but like you underestimate the Gemini. When that shit starts to hit, like, oh shit, it's starting to go. That's Gemini, baby. The open door, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let's get it. Then you have that adjustment period. So before you hit the peak, now your body is having to integrate the experience and adjust. You know what I'm saying? You're starting to gain your bearings. That's a Virgo. Another very underrated part. This is where you're in it, but it's still starting to increase. You got to adjust to you got to get your balance, right? Then you have the peak. Boof, 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 boof. Yeah, that's Sagittarius. That's what you do it for. That's Sagittarius. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to the peak of it, the highest point where you're riding on the highest wave. Boom. And then you have Pisces. That's overdose. That's not even capable. Like you're not even capable of existing in over. You're gonna die. So Pisces is just like, that's why Sag said, did you die? Right? But Pisces is when you do way beyond what you're supposed to, and now you're just like, unless you're a Pisces, then you'll just wake up like you didn't just overdose. And then it's just like, that's not even fun. Like Sag is fun because it's like that's a hangover. It's not even fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you just straight overdose. You dead. You're in heaven now. You know what I'm saying? It's too magical. It's just way too magical. It's the conclusion. And it's like, no one wants to overdose. That's how I feel about Pisces. It's like, nah. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. Too much of anything is a bad thing. And I mean, you could be too magical. And Pisces taught me that. But hey, at least y'all don't care. So screw us, right? All right, y'all stay blessed. So I really need to stop hating on y'all. I think I don't know if I don't even consider it hating. This is just my weird way of showing love. But yeah, I'm glad this is a confirmation for y'all. Shout out to the Pisces with Earth energy. Y'all are legit. Y'all definitely ground the divinity. Pisces with fire and water. Y'all are dangerous. Y'all are fucking dangerous. I'm just be honest. And Pisces with air. You cool. You dangerous too, but you at least know what you're doing. So it's a less irrational evil, but it is what it is. I'm sorry. That's crazy. All right, y'all stay blessed.